Gentlemen, how's it going? It is Dev's Booth, and today we are back with a new Zane build. Before we hop into it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started. To start off, we have the cash-infused reflex with the anointment of while Sentinel is active, gain 100% damage of cryo. It's really good for chaining, a really good shotgun all around, and corrosive to help take care of those pesky armored enemies. The next weapon is the Blessed Star Beast in cryo with well under 50% health, deal 150% bonus radiation damage, 2 birds 1 stone with the elements. And then with cryo, it is super effective as well, especially on Zane. The next one is the prompt critical. I really like the prompt critical. And it has the anointment of while Sentinel is active, gain 100% bonus of cryo damage. This does sound like a cryo build. It is a jack of all trades kind of build to help you take down just about everything for any situation. Cryo just happens to be one of the best elements for Zane. And then lastly is the Cowson. Well under 50% health, deal 150% bonus radiation damage. Cowson is super OP, one of my favorite guns at the moment, and really good for the build. And with these 4 different items, you'll be able to take down just about anything. It doesn't matter which gun you're using, as they'll all be effective for just about each situation. And then for the shield, we have the Plus Ultra with a resistance to shock, and it has a 25% chance to absorb bullets as ammo, which will increase action skill cooldown rate by 30% for several seconds. And while full, shots drain 25% shields for 50% weapon damage, and you get bonus movement speed from it. The faster you go with this build, the more damage you're going to do. The grenade is its piss. You yourself are not going to be throwing grenades, however they will come from guns, they will come from our action skills, and this one, if you hit an enemy with it, they take more damage. And then on grenade thrown, weapon, grenade, and action skill damage are increased by 25% for 6 seconds. And then for the artifact, we have the Atom Bomb Victory Rush. It has a bonus to that radiation damage, 40%, and it has a 6,000 bonus max shield, and it does enhance the radiation status effect, making it larger and more deadly. And then finally for the class mod, we are using the Shockerator, the Express Resourceful. It grants Zane's Digiclone the binary system augment, and whenever Zane's clones receive melee damage, it creates a shock nova around it. We're getting bonus splash damage, bonus melee damage, and bonus shotgun damage. Splash damage is going to come into effect for just about all of our weapons. Melee damage, not necessarily so much, but that will help with the clone. And then bonus shotgun damage because the reflex can always be buffed. And then to get into the skill trees, starting off with Hitman, we are using the Sentinel with the primary weapon changes to cryo damage, as well as Bad Dose, which will radiate enemies, which is going to be buffed from our class mod. And then we have Violent Speed. You kill an enemy, you go fast, and with this build, the faster you go, the more damage you do. Violent Momentum. Zane's gun damage is increased while moving. The quicker you go, the more damage you do. Everything is all working together. You're going to be zooming around, doing tons of damage, so this is something that you do want to have. Salvation. You get lifesteal after you kill an enemy for a few seconds. Drone Delivery. The drone will occasionally drop a free grenade. It'll be its piss. You can change it to basically whatever you want. I just think its piss is probably the best one to use. Just from the status effect of the grenade, where it does weaken enemies, and then the anointment as well. Cool Hand. Zane gains increased reload speed. You kill an enemy, it's even faster. Death follows close. All of Zane's kill skills gain increased effect and duration. Violent Violence. After killing an enemy, Zane gets increased fire rate. Playing Dirty. After killing an enemy, Zane's next 5 shots have a chance to fire an additional projectile, which will be good for the shotgun and the pistol. And then if you're using the SMG like the Cowson, the extra shot will help a lot as well. You're going to be shooting fast, you're going to be healing up, everything is going to be keeping you up, putting out tons of damage. It's super awesome. I really love this build. Good Misfortune. Killing an enemy increases Zane's action skills duration, meaning you can deal more damage from having them up. And then moving on to the doubled agent skill tree, we're using Digiclone. And then for the Digiclone, it already comes with binary system, which when Zane swaps places with a clone, it creates a Cryo Nova, dealing a ton of damage. I'm also using, whenever the clone takes damage, Zane's shield is restored by a portion of that damage. And which one's real? Enemies are more likely to target the clone for a few seconds after it's summoned and after swapping places for about 4 seconds. And for the skills, we have Synchronicity. Whenever one or more Zane's action skills are active, you want to have both up at all times basically. You get bonus gun damage, Permunitus. Zane and his Digiclone gain increased magazine size, borrow time. Zane gains increased action skill duration for every action skill. You have them both up, they're going to be up for longer, and we have ways of extending that duration as well. Duct Tape Mod, we covered this previously, but the first shot from the gun has a chance to fire a grenade, and this skill does have a cooldown. Danny Brooke, kill skill. Whenever Zane kills an enemy, he and his digiclone receive increased gun damage and health regeneration for a few seconds. It does stack. Quick breather, whenever Zane swap places with his clone, his shield immediately begins recharging and restores health to the clone. You keep the clone up for longer, your shields are up, everything's good all around there. Supersonic Man, whenever one or more of Zane's action skills are active, he gains increased movement speed. You have them both up, which you should anyways. You're going to be going faster, and the faster you go, the more damage you do. Pocket full of grenades. After killing an enemy, Zane gains grenade regeneration for a few seconds. This effect does stack. You're not going to be throwing at your own grenades, but you do want to have them up. 4. Boom Enhance. Whenever Zane summons his digiclone, it can consume up to 3 grenades. Every grenade consumed, the digiclone gets buffed. Gun damage, max health, fire rate, reload speed, and duration. And then finally, Double Barrel. The clone is equipped with a copy of Zane's current weapon when activated, and swapping places with the clone causes Zane and his clone to gain increased gun damage. That's for both of you. So you only have to do it once per duration, and this is going to be super beneficial, as just doing that alone, you get 25% damage buffed. And then lastly, onto Undercover, we have Zane gains improved shield recharge rate and shield recharge delay. We have an amp shield. That means when you fire a shot, you deal bonus amp damage. You don't want to have your shield down all the time, and you want to have it up to keep doing the amp damage. This will help with that. Brain Freeze. Whenever Zane scores a critical hit on an enemy, there's a chance that it'll be slowed, and if you do it enough, you can freeze the enemy. You do more damage that way too. And then lastly is Confident Competence. While Zane's shields are active, he gains increased gun damage and accuracy. This bonus is based on the amount of shields he has. The more percent full, the greater the damage. I know we have an amp shield like I just said. However, our shields do recharge really fast, and we can swap places with the clone, do many things to get the shields back up and going, just in case they happen to be topped out. And so if you do have the full shields up, you get the bonus damage and the bonus accuracy. And then moving on to Mayhem Mode, honestly, you can have basically whatever you want. The one thing I would recommend is Speed Demon. You get a kill, you get bonus movement speed, can stack up to 3 times, and you deal a lot of damage. I do have Healy Avenger, Laser Fair, and Postmortem. I would recommend actually not using Postmortem, but having the one where it skips the fight for your life. At least when you go down in my experience, there is a short little brief segment where you are actually going down where you haven't died yet. And so you do have a chance to get back up really, really fast if you happen to be doing lots of damage. And I find fighting death is actually a pain in the butt, which is why I do have the prompt critical on, as that does tons of damage to the death as well. Laser Fair, I do find kind of annoying. Same thing with Healing Avenger. Healing Avenger does work in your favor sometimes though. However, nothing from the modifiers becomes immune, and nothing from the modifiers really causes you great damage if you don't happen to be moving for a few seconds. And so it can be debated with Postmortem. You can have it on whatever you want. Again, it's your build. This is a jack of all trades build, and so it's entirely up to you. Anyways, guys, that is everything for the jack of all trades Zane. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you have an idea you want me to try out, if you have any questions, comment, concerns, let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you next time.